Hello everyone! I am Alice of KHR Arts and Cloud Orchid Publishing, and today I want to talk to y'all about the bucket theory. So this is something that I have brought up in the past and that I mentioned in one of my previous videos is the bucket theory. Now, this is something that I read in like a self-help book like way back in the day, like back when I think I was in high school even. And so I honestly couldn't tell y'all what the title of the book is. So if any of y'all know what the title of the book is that has the bucket theory in it, please feel free to put it in the comments below because I, honest to goodness, don't remember. But the bucket theory is as follows. Whether it's your day, a week, a month, whatever have you, it is an amount of time is your bucket. So for the purpose of this, we're going to have it be your day. Your day is your bucket. And you have tasks that you have to do in that day. So your tasks are measured out by your big rocks, your small rocks, and your sand. If you put all your sand in the bucket first, and then try to put your small rocks and your big rocks in there, your rocks aren't all going to fit. They're all going to overflow out of your bucket. This is all an example of time management, which is a thing that I've been told that I'm very good at all throughout my life. And honest to goodness, again, a big part of this is just because I have always been very busy ever since I was a very small child. So I had to learn trial by fire very quickly how to manage my time in order to be able to get the things done I have to get done and possibly make time to do things that I actually want to do. So how you do that is you have to put your big rocks in your bucket first. And then you put your small rocks in your bucket. And then you put your sand in the bucket because they fill in all the spaces around the big rocks. And then, of course, the fun little joke is, and then you pour a heaping cup of coffee because then that completely seals in all of the space available in the bucket because you're going to need that cup of coffee to get all that stuff done. So that's part of the little joke for the bucket theory is last add in a cup of coffee. For this is in terms of planning your day. This does not mean that you should do all of the big tasks first and then do all of the small tasks after that and then do all of your like menial tasks at the end of the day. That is not what that means. What that means is identify what are your big rocks that you have to do today. So I'll give you all an example. So my big rocks today were I needed to film an unboxing video and I had a short list of other videos that I needed to record for this particular YouTube channel. Those were my big rocks for today. My small rocks were all of my daily social media tasks that I have to do every day. Other small tasks include doing my makeup and the whole getting dressed for filming. More small rocks because that's broken up into multiple steps of I need to pick the outfit and then I need to do the makeup and then I have to go and find my wig and I have to put everything on, make sure everything matches, the outfit is as expected, all that goodness. Those are all their own separate rocks. So have all that. And then my sand is all of my daily stuff that I have to do just living as a people. So eating a food, cooking lunch, brushing my teeth, putting on deodorants, just all of that fun being a human stuff. That was all my sand that I had to do. I planned out my day to make sure that I was going to be able to get all of those things done, but made sure that I put them in an order where it made sense to ensure that all of those things got done and I didn't get bogged down in the tiny details, aka the sand or the small rocks. So how I did that was I was like, okay, I know that I have to do all of my social media work stuff that I do every day. That's a non-negotiable. We have to do that. So I needed to make sure that I started my day with all of my people stuff, all of my sand. I needed to make sure that I did all of my morning toilet, brushing my teeth, flossing, putting on deodorant, just all that goodness. I needed to do all of that and eat a breakfast and stare into the abyss for 5 minutes and contemplate my existence and be people. And then I needed to sit on my computer and I had to do all of my social media work stuff. And then I needed to make sure that I finished all my social media work stuff before moving on to my next sand, which was cooking and eating lunch. And while I did that, I then double checked my to-do list and made sure, have I done all of my small rocks for today? And I found that in fact, I had not. I had one more small rock that I needed to do, so I did it while I ate my lunch. And that's how you fill in the cracks with the sand and the little rocks. Is my little rock was that I needed to look up hotels for my halfway points for my big trip that's coming up to Salem, Massachusetts for an author event that I have. And so getting that big rock into the bucket and having the sand of eating my lunch going around that rock was a really great use of time, as I was able to shovel food in my face while checking Google Maps, checking hotel reviews, checking hotel prices. Not exactly a complicated thing to be able to do those two things at the same time. And then by the time that I was done eating my lunch, I had finished all my small rocks and I had finished all of my sand that I had to do before we were going to do the big rocks, which was filming all the stuff that I had to film today. And then, of course, all of the small rocks that went around that with the filming and getting dressed and setting cameras up and getting stuff moved and cleaning and whatever, all of that. And so if I hadn't planned out my day, if I had just done whatever struck my fancy, or even if I didn't have a list, that I just was like, oh, I'm just going to do whatever today. And then I realized, oh, I actually don't have enough time now before I have to leave for my event next week to record these videos and edit them and get them scheduled so that I have videos that can roll out so that I don't have to worry about videos while I'm out on this trip. Or I don't have to worry about having to do videos after this trip. They'll already be done and I can focus on other stuff that I need to do after this trip. Those are even my boulder, basically. Like, let's add a boulder to the bucket. The boulder is this trip I have to do, and I have to make sure all these other rocks, all these other tasks get done around the boulder so that everything can get done. Because let me tell y'all, you know what I actually wanted to do today? I actually wanted to play video games today. That's what I really wanted to do. And I told myself, you know what? If we get all of our big rocks, our little rocks, and our sand done, and we still have time left over, we can play video games. And unfortunately, that didn't happen. And that's what sucks about being an adult, is a lot of times you don't get the time to do the things that you actually want to do. And I didn't. And a big part of that was because my unboxing video took 3 hours. Not even all the prep, just doing the actual filming. Because unfortunately, this bookshelf that I built for this unboxing video, that's what it was. I unboxed a bookshelf. Had no instructions. For some reason, it came with 0 instructions. Not even one of those fun little one-pagers with like the pictures on it. Nothing. So I had to sit there and basically do trial by error. Like, I guess I'm just building a bookshelf. I hope I'm doing it right. Oh boy. And there was a lot of screwing things in and then realizing I did it wrong, unscrewing it, redoing it, and sitting there being like, oh, how do these pieces fit together? I don't know. And a lot of guesswork. It just took way longer than it needed to because I had no idea what I was doing. So thankfully it turned out fine. It just took me 3 hours to do it. So there's that. That's also sometimes your big rocks are going to be bigger than you anticipated, or maybe your big rocks create more small rocks associated with the big rock than you were expecting. And so making sure that you can plan these things out, especially when unexpected things happen that take up more of your time than you were expecting, or maybe create more tasks than you were expecting, is a big part of why utilizing the bucket theory in order to better handle your time management is so, so important. And truly, that is how I get so many things done every single day, is I follow that theory to a T, y'all. I have a running to-do list of various things, of various sizes. Big projects that take me, whether it's days, weeks, months, years. I have small tasks on there as simple as I need to go to the grocery store today, or, whatever. All of it is on there. All of it is equally important on the to-do list. And then it's up to me to extrapolate the things and prioritize them in terms of how big is this? How much time is it going to take? When do I need to complete it by? All that goodness. And so utilizing the bucket theory has helped me to sort all those things out of, is this a big rock? Is it a little rock? Is it sand? Is it a boulder? Being able to do that has really helped me to better prioritize in time management, because I am a neurospicy person. And as a neurospicy person, that is a thing that a lot of us struggle with, is time management, especially with executive dysfunction and not knowing how to prioritize things. That in your brain, brushing your teeth is seen as the same priority as I have this project I need to finish tomorrow. In our brains, those things are equally important. We don't know how to see that one is more important than the other. And so we have to rely on outside input in order to tell ourselves, well, because this project is due tomorrow, it is technically more important than brushing our teeth. We still have to do it. We still have to brush our teeth. But this project is more important than brushing our teeth. But intrinsically, instinctually, we don't know that. We have to sit there and be like, yes, this is a fact, even though our brain is telling us it doesn't matter, even though it does. So I hope y'all found this video helpful. If you did, please be sure to give it a like. And if you're new, subscribe. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.